All right. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another week, another episode of my album review. I'll play a little music in the background. Yeah. Oh, I can't turn the music down. Okay, well, then I'll just make sure I can hear myself speaking. But welcome back. This is Gabe, your host, as per usual. This is Gabe's album review. I'm the titular Gabe. Today we're gonna be listening to an album that I've somewhat been meaning to listen to a while. It's an album by Greek, who I was just listening to one of my playlists or some other album or something on repeat. Or I had shuffled through it, and I use Spotify to stream, so Spotify had actually recommended me to listen to this album, or like it played a Greek song. I think it played HMU by Greek, and I was like, oh, okay, I like this. After what I was intentionally listening to ended, and then this album got recommended to me because this algorithm recommended me a couple more of Greek songs, and so yeah, I'm decided that we're gonna listen to this one today. I'm gonna turn the music down. Actually, I'll keep the music, and hopefully our sound and everything sounds okay. I'm gonna do a quick check, real quick, just to make sure, because we'd like to have things go right. So let me do that real fast. Make sure that the music isn't too loud. Make sure that you can hear me, because it's important. 1 second. It is loading on my phone to try and preview. Okay, cool. We're doing good. So yeah, we're gonna listen through this album. It's an album from 2024, 10 songs, a runtime of about 33 minutes and 19 seconds. Came out end of last June, June 28th, 2024. So yeah, I'm excited. This is it's not a quite newer project, but I enjoyed listening to this album a lot, and as per usual, I will give you my ranking of the album at the end. If you're new here, I rank all of the albums that we listen to, all of the projects we listen to, on my own personal little ranking scale that I've made up. The scale goes from... Ooh, let me pull it up, because I always forget what it starts with. It goes from rough to gang. Rough, mid, good, great. And then gang being a No Skips album, or a project that I think just is doing something really new and unique, and I appreciate / like it a lot, and want to highlight it. So, without further ado, I think we're going to get into this. Since there's only 10 songs, we should be able to play all of them today, which is nice. So yeah, I'm going to start at the bottom of my list and play you the song Stranger, and then I'll talk a little bit about it, and then I think we're gonna do today is we're gonna work our way up until we get to the top song, since we should have enough time to get through everything. So here is Stranger. Enjoy. Okay, I lied. I actually played the wrong song. I meant to play the song Someday and work my way up. Stranger is ranked somewhere different. That's my bad. Here is Someday. This is my song that I ranked last. And I'll talk about the rankings a little bit more when we get to the final ranking at the end. But here is Someday. It's my bad. Enjoy.
You're always easy on my mind. Let's take a little ride. Oh, you need some company, I'll be there every time. I often could be wait upon me. Easy could be just some privacy. Maybe to anything you could be. Yeah. And every day with you is everything. Maybe someday we could have it. Maybe someday we could have it. Maybe someday we could have it all. Maybe someday we could have it. Maybe someday we could have it. Maybe someday we could have it all.
Okay. That was my beat that I played the wrong song at first. Did not mean to do that. But yeah, that was Someday. And honestly, I really like that song. So if you've listened before, you're going to hear me talk about these songs, and you can probably deduct what my final ranking for this album is going to be. But for those that have not listened before, you can just wait for the surprise. But yeah, I really like that song. I love the vocal layering and like that choral kind of element to that. It kind of reminds me of, I've mentioned this artist before, but it's specifically the song Love Me by Jasmine. It's JSMN, I believe, which might be an album that we get to listen to later at some point. I'm still working out the schedule, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I think the guitar on that is really nice. I really like the vibe, right? It's got a little swing to it. I don't know. And a lot of these songs on this album remind me of a couple different artists. So like that one, that vibe gave me, maybe Jasmine, and some of the artists that do that. Maybe honestly a little bit of Daniel Caesar with some of those higher vocal notes and whatnot, and the kind of vocal layering. And then there's songs later that are going to kind of remind me a little bit of like Rex Orange County vibes. And then there's, I think, one or two that remind me a little bit of Brent Faiyaz, maybe a little bit of Giveon. So there's a couple different vibes that I feel like are coming into play on this album. However, they're all somewhat in my head like similar. Like I mean, if you listen to Rex Orange County, you're not gonna be thinking, oh yeah, this sounds just like Giveon. However, what I mean by that is like the songs that I each of those artists, or all of the artists that I've mentioned, have that are kind of a little more similar. Like I think the Rex Orange County song that I was reminded of was Pluto Projector, which if you've heard that song / listen to the show as well, you will know, you can probably deduct why that song came up for me, but I'll explain that later when we get to the song that reminded me of that song. So I'm going to play the next song, which is Ripcord, and I will say a lot of the processing on this album, the bass is not, it's not like a 808, not, hard hitting in your face, but it's a very nice warm bass where you can hear certain inflections a little bit more that I appreciate. But this whole album felt pretty warm. I think there's maybe one or two moments where I felt there was a little bit of dissonance that came off maybe a little jarring, but like not crazy jarring where you still couldn't enjoy the songs. But yeah, we're going to go to Ripcord now, which is the song that I ranked next. And again, this is 10 songs, so that's the Someday was my 10th song. Ripcord is my 9th. th I'll just leave it at that. So here is Ripcord. Enjoy.
thought I'd take it out on you. What you gotta say, love? Thought I told you, please don't come every day. I can't hold back my words. I pray that I'll just get to say it all. I hope I do. Life goes fast, but you're not around. Don't you make a sound that you got your shots on and mellow. Couldn't what a cool side tell you. That I wanna fucking shit, boy, like fall like dominoes, watch me go, watch me fade away. I need money for the day, yeah, yeah. Place like yours, I need a car like that. Take what's yours, tell me about it, tell me. Nothing I can do, nothing I can do, nothing I can do, nothing I can't run away from everybody. Watch me go like fuck you too. How could I ever love you if you love me when it's helping you? However could I let you go? However would I let you in? I'm sure I spent the time away. I know I spent my time today. I gotta go to work now. I'm searching for you. I found what you need. I found what you need. Gravity holds me down. My feet touch down way too long. Bet he can save the town. I bet you been fucking around way too much these days. Can't get enough these days. I'm from where you been, tryna pull you out of that place. If you don't work, you don't eat. Y'all can't wait on me. I can't even wait on me. I can't do this shit for free. I just do this shit for me. I just do this shit for me. I just do this shit for me. I just do this shit for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there. But yeah, that was Ripcord. I mean, you can kind of get the vibe, is right. A lot of these like more sultry kind of vocals. My bad, I did not know that my notifications were on. You get these more sultry vocals, and kind of like, I don't know, sensual R&B ish vibes, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I really like that synth that's going on there. Let me see if I can play it again. It's kind of it's very low at this moment. You can kind of hear it in the background, that wubby like synth, and I'm not entirely sure how that was executed. I'm assuming maybe I don't know. There's some certain plugins you can get that will automatically kind of fluctuate your sound and like wub your sound. Like I'm thinking of like a phaser isn't making it that wub wub type thing, but it's similar where it's gonna oscillate your sound and make it go I guess back and forth in a certain pattern. So I'm not entirely sure what plugin could have been used or what effect there. I mean, there could have been some LFOing maybe, which is just a like a more manual way, and you can have a little more creative freedom with how your sound might go based on how you create the envelope in the LFO. And the envelope for the LFO, I'm basically just gonna for sake of simplicity's sake for this episode, I'm just gonna say that's kind of like the directions of how the sound is gonna fluctuate. Like the LFO is gonna read the envelope and fluctuate in the way that it's drawn or written, whatever. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what exactly was done for that one, but I don't know. I think it was a nice touch. There's a couple other songs on this project that have some nice synths that I think are kind of cool that I wasn't fully expecting, which is also kind of giving me slight Tyler the Creator vibes, because he adds some cool kind of weird, very unique sounding synths to a lot of his projects that you might not always maybe expect. Or that might not be your first idea, or at least it wouldn't be my first idea to add to some if I were, producing that song. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to the next song, which is "There for You," and I'm trying not to speed through quite. We might end up having a slightly shorter episode today. If we do, that's okay. So I'm gonna play the next song, "There for You," and enjoy.
don't rain too much in California. So if I bite the hand that feeds me, I won't get enough shade. I just hope it's not too busy for ya, for ya. If I told you I'm conflicted, could this bloom a little faster if it's storming on you? And if I tell you you're going, I don't care if you don't like rain. Oh. I won't walk alone. I won't miss you if you got. If I love you, I'm not broken. If I'm there for you, it's just a matter of time. Say you won't run again, I won't. I'll keep you reassured, I hope. Where could you ever go, my love? Away. If I lost everything, where do we go? Talk about just anything, I'll never know. If it's running dry sometimes, if I'm miles behind, you go. I wish you could see this now. I know I'll be on my own. I'll backtrack a million miles away. I tell you, babe, I won't miss you if you got. If I love you, I'm not broken. Just hope I'm there for you.
Okay. I don't know. See, I'm running into the issue, and again, this is gonna probably elude you to be able to figure out what I ranked this album. But I'm running into the issue where I'm listening and I'm looking at my rankings, and I'm like, man, like that was a really good song. I should have ranked that higher. But I'm sure what's gonna happen, which happens often with albums that get this ranking, is I'm gonna be back and forth on what I actually want to rank it. Regardless, that was There For You. I don't know. I think this is a very vibey song, right? I like the drums in there. Towards the end, that automation on the volume, which again sounds like a trance maybe gate. Which is what's good at giving that cut in and out. I'll play it a little bit again. You can hear it, right? It's kind of chopping in and out a little bit, and low-key it sounds like it could have been layered maybe on top of one that's a track of the same thing that's not, maybe doesn't have that trance gate on it. I don't know. I also really like the guitar solo. I'm a big fan of a guitar solo on an album. And then at the very beginning, there's a little vocal thing that I kind of wish he does it twice, from what I just picked up in this last listen through, where he echoes or like adds a lot of reverb to the vocals. Let me see if I can find the exact moment. Okay, it's coming up. Yeah. It's that little moment, and I wish it was a little louder, or not even louder. I wish it was a little longer. But I don't know. I think it adds a nice texture to the song. Hopefully you could hear it there. And again, as per usual, what I'll say anytime I go back through and kind of dissect some of these songs, please go and listen to the album yourself. Make your own opinions, make your own rankings, but then you can hear it a little bit better, some of the little details that I'm pointing out. Regardless, we're going to go on and keep moving because we're already at 420. And so I'm gonna play the next song that I ranked, which was Hounds. So I'm gonna play that, and then right after, River is gonna play, which is the next song, and then I'll come back and talk about those two before going on further. So here is Hounds, and then River. Enjoy.
Save your tears. There's danger all around. Surrounded by the hounds, it haunts me. Save your mind. Run from here. He's trying to take your time. Just like me, I'm trying to be old just like you. Baby, I'm all yours if you need. Don't tempt me with pain. I'm seeking for pleasure. I hope this ain't all we'll ever know. When you fly, I could dock you low. With this innocence you bliss, with sound my weariness, it's something that I don't mind helping with. I push and pull at the door, table seems set for a lie. I'll tumble around with the same hounds, came and rabbits to work. Stuck to the side, run away, keep you in spite of the pain. I often the thought that you're mine. Wait for a love so sublime. I love you then, now and again. In last we could bloom and amend. I feel all the fits of desire. I'll burn all the hounds you require. Goes to waste. Stay by my side through the rain. See all that I am is simply just for you. I hope that I'm always there.
What's that? Can't you speak?
Seems I'm a fool, but God, I wait for you. The river still flows, but time stands still in these fields, and God only knows how this river still flows. I lose all the time, but you can't take what's mine. I'm away from it here. Bad thoughts plague the deer, but not in my mind. The water runs dry. Now I'm all alone again. spit in the face of God. Isn't that how kids really should be? To climb any mountain if it leads to you. This river leads somewhere far from here, farther than you'll ever know. Mother, I'm sorry, I'm without a body. The tale is old as time itself. There's something about it. I run from the valley. I figured time would always tell. I always find home. Why'd you carry me to what I'm running from? This river still flows to
Okay. So yeah, I'll start with Hounds. Because there's a couple parts of that song that I really enjoyed. I'm gonna go back to around 158, I believe.
I'm trying to
Yeah, some of this distortion.
I hope this ain't all we'll ever know.
And I love that like it's not quite a pad. I think it's a swell that might be automated to have the volume go up. It's very light in the background that just played. But I don't know, the reverb, the fact that you can hear the fingers on the frets of the guitar, because this is probably an acoustic guitar, right? You can hear the sliding is what I mean, those little sound effects. I don't know, maybe I've been into that recently, but I think the processing on this is really nice. And then also at 216, around 216. It's that synth in the background that like rises. I don't know. It's mixing a couple different sounds. And again, I haven't really listened to. I'm not really as familiar with Greek as an artist in general. I've only heard the couple songs that I think were all from a past EP that's just come up on shuffle from my algorithm. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is the norm for the music that they make. From the songs I've heard, this feels like a very tonally different project and piece of art, but I don't know. So maybe if there are any Greek fans out there, I can be educated. You can let me know. But yeah, that's the parts that I just brief parts that I wanted to know on Hounds. And then River, guys, we had some lovely vocal layering, and we had I'm just gonna say with strings. If you've listened to the show before, and I keep saying this, there's a lot of things that I say if you listen to the show before, because there are some things, I'm a very simple person to please sometimes, and if you put strings on a track, I'm most likely gonna like it, and this is an example of one of those times where I did indeed like it. I just thought River was a very beautiful song, very pretty, love the strings, love the vocal layering, everything is just very warm and somewhat, it's not too full, but it's not stripped. Like you can hear the different layers that go into listening, and like when you listen with headphones on, that's not overwhelming your headphones, but it's giving you a pretty good amount of sound. Like it's giving you a good, it's not just one track of you hearing the guitar and then some vocals over it. There's some detail that you can pick up on and hear, and I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so we're about halfway through the album. No, we're exactly halfway through the album. So we're now getting into my top 5 songs. And again, the way I've talked about these other 5 songs, part of this is, we only have an hour, so we have to get through stuff. But I mean, those were pretty strong bottom 5 songs, if I do say so myself. But I'm not gonna say much more about rankings. I'm gonna go to the next song, which I ranked at number 5, Virginia Creeper, which I had heard on shuffle before listening to the album in full. So this was a song that I assumed, because I'd heard it before, that it doesn't usually happen, but there is a percentage of the time that the song that I've heard before usually ends up getting ranked slightly higher, because I liked that song, and that was the reason why I decided I would listen to the album or the EP project regardless, whatever, in the first place. I find that it's a little more rare. Usually when I have heard a song previously, it ends up ranking somewhat high, but it's actually rarely the first song. It's rarely my top song on the album. Regardless, it's a little tangent, so I'm going to play Virginia Creeper, and then I'll come back, and we'll talk about the next few songs, and then we'll get to my top song, so enjoy.
On summertime, and I take a trip with me, you'll find a world you know. Oh, I wish you'd love me now. I miss you when I'm alone. If you love me now, oh dear God, just take me home. Say you won't be long, where the time and go, cross the time zone, how I did. If I'm worlds apart, I'll still be good to you. Yeah, I'll be there for you. So don't feel the same, can't let it fade away. I don't need no fate like you. I'll take my place in truth, I can't get over you. I feel my face grow loose, it's not the same without you. I wish you loved me now. I miss you when I'm alone. If you love me now, oh dear God, just take me home. I wish you loved me now. I miss you when I'm alone. If you love me now, oh dear God, just take me home.
That song, I'll start off by talking about the ending. I love the little 8-bit, bit tune synth that's coming up. It sounds like a square wave, probably, which is typically more crunchy, harsh wave. It might be blended with some stuff. I don't really know. It's probably, probably polyphonic, meaning you can play more than one note at once and hear more than one note at once. But anyways, I don't know. I like that part at the end. I also, oh, what was I gonna say? There's a little bit of strings in there. Oh, the drums. I love the beat switch up in that. I think the beat switch up in that is pretty creative. I don't know. There's a fun bounce and swing, um, for all of that, which I think is really nice. Uh, Sorry, just checking a message. I don't know. Overall, I think just um, a fun song. It's got a nice bounce, got a nice groove to it, and that feels more akin to some of the songs I had heard before on shuffle. So again, you can kind of see the tonal difference, the vibe shift from that song to some of the other songs we've played. So now I'm gonna play the next two songs. I'll play Human Nature, and then I'll play Pure Americana, which Pure Americana came in at third, Human Nature came in at fourth. Rush through those, and then play my top two songs. So here is Human Nature, and then Pure Americana will play after. Enjoy.
Leave all your problems at the door. Never mind out there, it's too blue for you and I. See, I've never been so hasty. You've taught me to be colder. I'm fickle while the time goes by. I know it's been a while since I've obliged you and meant it. I ask you for the time, and to my surprise it's defective. I've lived 1,000 lives and I've arrived that it's endless. This is human nature, human nature, human nature, human nature. This is human nature, human nature. I never saw you again. Wake up all alone, won't account for the friends. I'm passive, but I'm stuck in a band. Drive through, sitting in the back of a van. Wish I was back home again. Wish I was 13 again. I'd never leave my bubble with the state that I'm in. I tell myself lies to be a better man than you. I hope it's all worthwhile, or else I'm fucking miserable. And I cannot subside until I tower over you. I'm trying to rule the world, the fuck about my dressing room. I'll chase it till I die, my grave's the only way I lose. It's just my human nature, don't you blame me, what's the use?
For nothing but sensation.
My words seem to hollow you, as if you'd run. You're Americana, something's in the water. Don't you let it get you. It goes on and on. Better go. Oh. And no matter where you go, you'll be here. And if I could offer guidance, baby, all I know is you. feel at home, most overdone. 20-some years of it, I'm meant to grow. You die with your own. Just do what you're told. These limits, they mold you now. If all this brings you home, I'll find you on my own. I'll find you when you're lonely. I'll find you when you need me. Need me. And if I could offer guidance, baby, all I know is you. If I could offer flowers, daisy, all I know is you. I know you got a feeling. I hope that God is. But here at home, you show me better. And all your life's work is such a fine work. But here at home, it shall remain. There's nothing wrong here, but something's wrong here. I let it go, so I'm not in fear. I know you're gonna feel it, but there's no God here. But there's no God here. But there's no God here. Tell me about your love. Remember all that you used to say. I'm looking at you, these words they cling on to me, on to me. All I know, is when you dance like that, I look at you like, baby, you're on my mind so much. I took it as just more than friend. I just want you to dance. All I know, I just want you to dance. So where do you go now? Shaking your hand. Like where do you go now? Seeing you laugh. Where can we go now? Where do we go now? I'm dancing for you still. I'm dancing for you here. Right now I am. Right now I am. I'm dancing for a thrill. I'm dancing for a thrill. Right now I am. Right now I am. I got bad things on my mind. Take your time. Yeah, we could go wherever you like. Stay for a while. Move like you gotta be away from here. Cause when you dance like that, I love just the way you spin. You're on my mind, so much I took it as just where you been. Yeah, I just want you to dance. I just want you to dance. So where do you go now? Shaking your hand. Like where do you go now? Seeing you laugh. Where could we go now? Where do we go? I'm dancing for you still. I'm dancing for you
Okay. So I've actually played my next 3 songs. So the first song you heard was A Human Nature, the next one was Pure Americana, and the third one was Dance. Those were all ranked 4, 3, 2. And unfortunately, since we're running out of time, I won't be able to go through little details on each of them. But I don't know. Dance is very fun. I love the melody can kind of get stuck in your head. Pure Americana is just very beautiful, and Human Nature is also the first track on the album, also very beautiful. I think it's a very nice way to enter the album, and I love the beat switch up on that. I love when the beat comes in. Kind of reminds me of the drum fill, a little bit of a Kali Uchis. But yeah, there's a couple different things. There's a little cowbell on Dance. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. You should definitely go check out those songs for yourself. So next, my top rated song was Stranger. There's 2. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, my top rated song was Stranger. I'm gonna play that real quick, and then I'll close out the show for today. Because I wanted you to be able to hear that. And yeah, then I'll give you my ranking, and we'll be done. So here is Stranger, the song that I accidentally played at the beginning of the show. This is my top song ish off of this album, which I'll explain after we listen to it. Enjoy.
Don't you worry, I'm just passing through. Just a stranger, that's all to you. But I'm weak, fickle, immune. Don't be in a hurry, there's room for 2. Share a moment you pass by. In this wasteland, I'm cursed with time. In a moment, you'll be gone. Just a stranger, you don't be a stranger. Let your mind at ease. Don't be a stranger. I hope that you find peace. Don't be a stranger. Don't be Don't you worry, it all ends the same. God, I hope in a moment it passes by. Now you're lost in the end of time. I'm still afraid of the dark now. At such a cost, you take wisdom, but a life offers prison. But don't you take my mind.
So that was Stranger. As you can tell, that was my top favorite song. Again, strings. You probably tell why. This was the song that reminded me a lot of Pluto Projector by Rex Orange County, which is another very beautiful song. I highly recommend you listen to it. Beautiful strings. This one feels a little like tonally different. I love that the bass is, especially when that first sub bass comes in. That's what gives Pluto Projector. But then the bass pattern after that feels a little more funky. It's got a little more groove to it, which I appreciate. It's not just following the bass note of whatever chord is playing on top. Again, vocal layering is just really well done. The vocal processing and layering on this album, I really thought was very pretty. It was there, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed listening to this piece of art. I enjoyed getting to, listen to the music on this album, and yeah, that's basically it. I thought it was doing some stuff. It was just fun to listen to, and sometimes that's all that it needs to get the ranking that it got, which is a gang ranking. And part of the reason I also gave this album a gang ranking was because the albums that actually make it difficult for me to rank the songs based on like content, not quantity, deserve a gang rating in my head. If you look at the Mac DeMarco album with like 100,000 songs on it, yeah, I have not listened to that. If I ever get to that, I don't know. But like that album has so many songs on it that ranking would be virtually impossible. Like that'd be very difficult. And so I'm not counting those albums as gang, the ones that have a lot of songs just because they have a lot of songs. But the ones where I genuinely struggle to go like, oh my god, wait, do I like this song better? And then I'm like, okay, this is my new favorite song. And then I listen to the next track and I'm like, actually, this is my new favorite song. And it keeps going for the rest of the project. Those are the ones that I also give gang rankings. So well done to Greek. Not that long of a project. I highly recommend you go give it a listen for yourself. It's Greek, all lowercase, spelled just like the place. And yeah, it's an album called Accelerator, 2024 album. Very nice piece of music. I'm going to play Stranger in the background as I talk us out of today's episode. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. I will be back next weekend. Yes, I should be back next weekend. There's one weekend where I might be off. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, you have an artist you want me to listen to, you have a song you want me to listen to, you have an album or an EP, a genre, there's something you didn't like that I did today, please hit me up on Instagram at GBYRD7447. That's GBird7447. Leave me comments, questions, suggestions. I'm open to almost anything. Yeah. Also, if you enjoyed today's episode, you want to hear more, or you enjoyed today's episode and you're just curious what else I've listened to, you can go onto my website, which is linked in that Instagram bio, and there's a radio tab where it'll lead you to my YouTube. I post any rerun episode of the radio that I've done that is good enough quality to post. Some stuff, the audio got corrupted. Regardless, I have my reasons. You can go and find some episodes that I have deemed okay to post up there, and that I've gotten permission to post from certain people, guest stars and whatnot. So yeah, you go check that out. Again, I'll be back next weekend. I'm Gabe. This has been my album review. Shout out to Midwave Radio, because this was the day that I got my senior send-off spotlight on Instagram, because unfortunately this is my last year doing this and getting to do the radio for Midwave. I will give my little goodbye spiel when we get to the last episode. So keep tuning in every week, because you only have a few more weeks to listen to me talk about music. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.